Cars are rolling out onto the track as NASCAR on NBC brings you the New Hampshire 300, presented by the new film Behind Enemy Lines, the season finale for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Because of the cooler temperatures today, they're going to get a number of parade and pace laps to get the cars up to speed before we go. So why don't we give you a little tour of this flat 1 mile oval? It's Thunder Motion, presented by EA Sports NASCAR Thunder 2002.
Those donuts to celebrate my final Thunder Motion. Go down to turn one. You want to keep this thing down next to the apron, right to the white line. Tony Stewart's on the outside, but you see what the advantage on the bottom is coming off the corners. Those guys just cannot get on the throttle if they're on the outside. They might try to pass you going down in the corner on the outside. Don't let that worry you. Stay on the bottom of the racetrack. Accelerate off the corner, and you see they get a good run, but very seldom do they beat you back to the line.
EA Sports NASCAR Thunder 2002, now available in stores. Budweiser, the official beer of NASCAR, is the proud sponsor of the Bud Pole Award, given to the fastest qualifier in each NASCAR Winston Cup race. Final numbers on 2001, 18 different drivers winning Bud Pole Awards. Jeff Gordon with the most, a half a dozen of them. Some 23 drivers in February's Bud Shootout, and since 1979, Anheuser-Busch has awarded more than $7 million as the title sponsor of NASCAR's Pole Award program. Here's the Walmart starting grid for today's New Hampshire 300. Field lined up on points as they were September after Richmond. So Jeff Gordon and Ricky Rudd will share the front row. It'll be Dale Jarrett, who at that time was third in owner points, sharing row number 2 with Kevin Harvick, looking for win number 3 of his rookie season.
On the inside of row 3 is Tony Stewart. 1 year last year, 5th in July, was the fastest car in the 45-minute practice session. Sterling Marlin on the outside. On the inside of row 4, Bobby Labonte, the winner last week down in Atlanta, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the outside.
5th row, Rusty Wallace, who won the inaugural Winston Cup event at New Hampshire several years back, started 33rd that day, and Johnny Benson failed to finish the race here in July. 6th row, it's Kenny Wallace in the number 1 car that Steve Park finished 6th with in July, and Jeff Burton, winner of 4 of the last 9 races here.
On the inside of row 7 is Mark Martin, 10 top 10s here, still no victory. And Bill Elliott, the Homestead winner, on the outside. On the inside of row 8, Jimmy Spencer. 4th of July is his best finish here at New Hampshire. On the outside, Matt Kenseth.
9th row, Ward Burton inside. Strong end of the season for him. 4 top 6 finishes in the last 7 races. And Elliott Sadler, one of 4 drivers to get his first victory this year. Bobby Hamilton and Ken Schrader will share row number 10. Hamilton, the only driver to be running at the end of every race this season.
On the inside of row 11 is Robert Pressley, won a push race back in 1993 here, and Mike Wallace on the outside. On the inside of row 12, Jerry Nadeau almost won it last week, ran out of fuel on the last lap, and local driver, this is his home track, Ricky Craven.
13th row, Dave Blaney in his last drive for Bill Davis Racing in that Dodge, and Terry Labonte yet to lead a lap all season. 14th row, Kurt Busch and Joe Nemechek, the 99 winner of this race.
On the inside of row 15 is Michael Waltrip, and let's try to talk to Michael and see what he's thinking. Michael Waltrip, Benny Parsons.
BP, what's up?
You tell me, how's it going out there?
I don't know what you said, Benny, but man, it feels good to be here today. A beautiful sunny day here in Loudon. Tons of fans in the stands, American flag flying in the infield. Had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. This is the way NASCAR racing ought to be. Fly in the morning, race in the afternoon, hit the road. What do you think, Benny?
Sounds good to me. How's the car?
I liked my car this morning. I really did. I think Slugger and the boys have done a nice job on her. She's 007, the same car I ran at Homestead. It's got pretty much the same setup, so hopefully we can have close to the same result.
Good luck, Michael. Michael
Waltrip. One to go this time.
And Mikey Spotter giving him the news that the field gets the green flag next time by. You saw the rest of the starting grid for today's New Hampshire 300.
You know, one thing that's going to be interesting to watch, BP, is the tire pressures, where these guys put tire pressures. Because if you start with higher tire pressures, you're going to get heat in your tires faster. But on the long run, that may hurt. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting to watch what these guys do through the race on the tire pressure issue.
I think on those right sides, those guys are going to really be hesitant about dropping the air pressure down, especially early on here, just to see what kind of wear and just how long that right front is going to last.
9 of the top 10 final positions in the championship could change hands today. The only one that's locked up is number 1 with Jeff Gordon. 42 drivers chasing the final checkered flag of 2001. 91,000 seats here. They all look full as week 300. Jeff Gordon squeezing to the lead, feeling some pressure from Kevin Harvick. Gordon leads lap 1, but Harvick's got that inside lane.
And this early in the race, there's not, Harvick slides up the hill a little bit. Gordon thought about trying to go back on the inside.
How many laps are they going to need to get up to the operating temperature of the tires?
Boy, I don't know. I'm going to think probably at least 6, 7, 8 laps.
That would be my guess.
So they're being really careful right now. Harvick leads as the field comes to the start-finish line, and we remember our fallen friends and heroes at lap 3. I'll take that lead back, thank you.
And all of a sudden, the 29 car of Kevin Harvick can't keep it on the bottom of the racetrack. Look how high he's getting up in the center, and they're just going to keep on freight training by him as long as he fails to keep it down on the bottom.
Gordon back to the lead. Here come Rudd and Jarrett for 2nd and 3rd. Sterling Marlin's right behind them. Oh, Ricky with a slip.
I was watching the front tires of the 29 car that time. It looks like he was loose getting in. Made a lot of correction getting into the corner.
I think that most of these cars will be loose because I think they're all concerned about keeping the weight off that right front tire. And the looser you can race the car, the better, the longer the right front tire will live.
Minute ago off turn 2, Tony Stewart and Sterling Marlin. A little contact.
This is going in 1 as they come off turn 2. Sterling does not realize Tony's there, and Tony almost spun her off turn 2.
I think you could quite see it in that replay, but some smoke did fly between those 2 cars, so somebody's tire made contact there.
Now we go back to real time, and nothing's changed. Tony Stewart still trying to get by Sterling Marlin. Stewart in the orange 20, Sterling in the silver number 40.
And they're racing for 5th place. Jeff Gordon leads, Kevin Harvick is 2nd, Ricky Rudd is 3rd, Dale Jarrett 4th, and then the Marlin Stewart race for 5th and 6th. Behind them, the rest of the top 10 are Bobby Labonte, Rusty Wallace, Johnny Benson, and Kenny Wallace. We're just underway with the New Hampshire 300 NASCAR on NBC.